What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the NBA Generalist YouTube channel. Today we're going to be looking at an article Bleacher Report posted called The Perfect 2026 Offseason Trade for Every NBA Team. I saw Kenny do it. I saw Six Ring Steel do it. And I thought let's go through a quick, short little video just reacting and giving my opinions on it. And I feel like we haven't, the second the trade deadline ends, you don't really talk about trades anymore. You don't really think about the offseason. So let's just get to it, man. The Atlanta Hawks received Trey Jones and 2 second-round picks for Zachary Risachet. I mean, yeah. If you're Chicago, yeah, you take a swing on a first overall pick upside. You have to give up 2 seconds. You don't really care about 2 seconds, but Trey Jones has been really good for the Chicago Bulls. I don't know. Just a team that's I don't know why the Hawks would do this. You're just selling super low. I get it, he's not good, but actually, in hindsight, this is actually quite good. In hindsight, this is quite good for Risachet, but I think I'd just rather keep him, to be honest, if I'm the Hawks. Trey Jones is good, but he's not that good. So, kind of an air trade there. Boston Celtics receive Goga Bitadze and a 2020 second round pick, and they get the 27th overall pick. Automatically off the bat, knowing a bit about this draft, I'd rather just take the draft pick. It could be Krivas, could be Mara, could be a Merez Johnson. I doubt he falls that low. They're using per 36 stats. Now, I like Goga Bitadze. He's kind of disappeared this year from that Magic team. He was really good last season. Kind of fits the mold of a Celtics kind of center who can do a little bit of everything. Then again, I think I'd rather just keep the pick, I don't think getting Goga Bitadze. Also, the Celtics know how to draft well. I'd rather just keep the pick. Brooklyn Nets. Okay, we got a Lakers trade. Brooklyn Nets received Dalton Connect, Jared Vanderbilt, a 2026 first round, projected 25th, and Nicholas Claxton. Yes for the Lakers, no for the Nets. Lakers need a big man. Claxton is he's kind of just played basketball in Brooklyn. That's really all it is. I think he's had a bit of a down year, but he's also he hasn't been bad. I don't think he's been this package bad. If you're the Lakers though, this is ideal. You get a center. He's starting caliber. You get your starting caliber center. Good defensively. But if I'm the Nets, I think I can get a better deal than this. I think I can probably get maybe a future first rounder. I don't really want Dalton Connect. He's alright. I think he needs a bit more development, even though he's 24. I just think the Nets can do get a better package than this. And I think if I'm the Lakers, if I was in the Lakers' shoes, I really want to keep this pick. I'd rather give up a 2031 than this 2026 pick, because you could get Nick Claxton and you could get a Merez Johnson, and your defense hits the most insane 360. So this is kind of a trade that's I think is good for one team, bad for the other again. I don't really like it. Charlotte Hornets received Derek Jones Jr. with Josh Green and 2029 second. I actually kind of like this. Bit more veteran on this young team. Veteran wing. Could take a lot of defensive assignments against these kind of bigger wings. Hornets kind of struggle against that. I don't think Miles Bridges is if you're looking at that lineup. LaMelo's not your stopper. Con's not your stopper. Brandon Miller's not your stopper. Get a guy like Derek Jones Jr. who, LaMelo's gonna love that. Love a running mate in Derek Jones Jr. I really like this trade, actually. I think this kind of would only happen in a world where I mean, I guess they get younger, but I can only really see them not selling Derek Jones, but like trading Derek Jones Jr. if they kind of... I think the only way they do this is if they trade Kawhi or Kawhi leaves, essentially. Chicago Bulls receive Yves Missy, a 2026 second rounder, and 3 second round picks. If I'm the Bulls, I'm doing this today. Like, what? This doesn't really make any sense to me why the Pelicans would do this. If I'm getting 3 seconds, I'd rather just ask for a first. I like Yves Missy. He's more of an energy big. I don't know if he's franchise center big at all even. But if you can get him for 3 second rounders, I think if you're the I was about to say the Bucks because the highlights are on the right. If you're the Bulls, then yeah, do it. Why not? Yeah, it's a high upside swing. I guess if you're the Pelicans, you get capital, but I don't know, kind of a meh trade. Another one-sided trade, really. Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh my God, here we go. The Cavs receive Giannis Antetokounmpo for Evan Mobley, Max Strus, Tyrese Proctor, 29th pick projected, 2031, 2030 swap. I don't know. I don't really even want to think about it. A Giannis trade because I spent like 2 months doing that. I mean, yeah, I don't really want to give up my, 24-year-old DPOY forward, but it is Giannis. But I'm also giving him up plus basically every pick I have left. Now, worth it, yes, because it's Giannis. The system kind of fits. That would be Harden, Mitchell, Tyson, Giannis, Allen. It's a really good starting fire, actually. Wow. I don't know. On the Bucks, I would have a good hard think about this because you can retool around Mobley. You don't have to really have any down years. You get 3 first-round picks like this 2031 first-round pick unprotected. That could be the first overall pick because Giannis is 33, Harden 37, Mitchell's 30 now, 28, 29, 30. So, 5 years down the line, that could be a really good pick. But if I'm in the market for picks for Giannis, I'd rather just go to the Warriors and take every single pick they own. Again, I don't know. I don't want to even talk about Giannis trade. I've talked about it too much. Dallas Mavericks receive Jalen Suggs and Jonathan Isaac for Kyrie Irving. I like the pair of Irving and Banchero, but I think Jalen Suggs is just a little too important to the team for me to think about this. I know it's crazy that saying Jalen Suggs is going to stop you from getting Kyrie Irving, who, coming off an ACL, you don't really have to give any picks for him. Jonathan Isaac, he can go away anyways. I think the Magic offense sucks. I think they're starting to figure it out over this past couple of weeks, especially around Banchero. I think that's the direction they're going to go to. I think that's a conversation for another time. I don't know. I don't really like this. Maybe I don't know. I think I'd rather just keep Jalen Suggs. It's like craziest thing ever. Denver Nuggets. Okay. Yep. Absolutely not. Marcus Smart for Zeke Nnaji in a 2026 second rounder. No. Just move on. Detroit Pistons. Trey Murphy for Isaiah Stewart, Ron Holland, and a 2026 21st projected pick. I don't think I want to give up Isaiah Stewart and Ron Holland for Trey Murphy, which is insane. I like Trey. He can be a secondary creator with Cade. He's lanky, great defensively, great shooter. I feel like these two are just too important for the identity of the team, which is we're going to play the hardest defense. You can't mess with us. I'm going to say no. Like if I'm the Pistons and I got called up for this, I would actually say no. I just think you lose too much. I think Trey Murphy's a great player. I just think you lose a bit too much of like what makes the Pistons the Pistons. Golden State Warriors. I really like this one actually. Kawhi Leonard, for Jimmy Butler, Brandon Podziemski, and a 12th overall pick. Now, if the Clippers get that Pacers pick, I would call this up immediately. Because now I have a 5th and a 12th overall pick. And, you know, you might be able to convince yourself of a Brandon Podziemski being good. You get, if I'm the Clippers, I want one more pick. Because Jimmy Butler's not going to play pretty much the whole season. So maybe like they own like a 2027 lottery protected, something like that. If you're the Warriors, hell yeah. Because what's that? That's Steph, someone of the two, Kawhi, Draymond, and then like a Porzingis maybe if they re-sign him. That's nice. I just think it just depends on where the Clippers go really. So it's kind of, I guess it would be situational. I like the trade though. I like the trade. I think that's what a Kawhi Leonard trade package should look like. You know what I mean? Houston Rockets. Tyler Hero and a 2026 first round pick. Jabari Smith and Reed Shepherd. Automatically I'm saying no. I'm high on Reed Shepherd. I think I'm a lot higher on Reed Shepherd than a lot of other people. I think Jabari Smith Jr. is good. I don't think he's someone who stops you from going out to get a Tyler Hero. I think the biggest mistake the Rockets made was not getting a point guard at the deadline. We saw it in the Lakers game. You have no one to initiate an offense. You're Kevin Durant, who's the guy who wants to initiate the offense, can double at the halfway line. In there, like at death, late game clutch lineups, they take Reed Shepherd out the game and they go big and they try to kind of just defend and then rely on Kevin Durant to score. I like it. I just don't think... I like it for the Rockets. I don't like it so much. Maybe I don't like it for the Rockets because they have to give up Reed Shepherd. Because I think he's shown really, really good development from last year to this season. I like the thought of Hero on this team, but if I'm the Rockets, I don't want to give up Reed Shepherd. So I'm automatically saying no. Indiana Pacers. It's a tax trade. I don't really care. Los Angeles Clippers receive Miles Turner, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Yannick Niederhauser, and a 2031 first round pick, lottery protected. No, I'm not giving up Yannick Niederhauser. I know he's out with, I think it was a foot surgery. I think he's shown me just enough to want to keep him. Like, his second jump is like top level in the league already. That might be high coming from a rookie, but I think he's shown me just enough. Also, Miles Turner has been off. If I'm the Bucks, hell yes. Like, you know, like, sure, take him because Turner has been so bad this season. Bogdanovic, I think, has 1 year left on his contract. He could be like a spacing guy next to Giannis. I don't know. A lot of Clippers trades in this. I don't know. I just don't think. If I'm the Bucks, yes. If I'm the Clippers, no. Turner's not been good. And I'd rather keep the pick and keep Niederhauser. The Lakers. Okay, here we go. Lakers receive Dylan Brooks. They give up Jake LaRavia, Dalton Connect, Adu Thiero, and a 2026 first rounder. On the Lakers, yeah. Only person I'm going to really miss is Adu Thiero. And maybe whoever I get for the 2026 first. But I get Dylan Brooks, who could possibly be like the perfect guy in a for a Luka Austin Reeves backcourt next season. I think Dylan Brooks I think they love him too much there. I don't think they would trade him, even if it was for this. I don't think the Suns want Jake LaRavia. I don't think the Suns want Dalton Connect. They might be interested in Adu Thiero and probably interested in the 2026 first. I just don't think they really I don't think they do it. So again, good for one team, bad for the other. Memphis Grizzlies received DeMar DeRozan, Malik Monk, and Devin Carter for Ja Morant. Wow, Ja Morant's value is low. I mean, if you're the Kings, you don't have to give up any picks. You get off DeMar DeRozan's contract and Malik Monk's contract. You get your starting point guard if you're the Kings. You get your franchise point guard if you're the Kings. You take a buy low option. We saw the Wizards do it with Trae Young. I like it for the Kings. Grizzlies. This is kind of one of those trades where there's kind of no stakes. They're both kind of rebuilding. Maybe the Grizzlies, I don't know. Obviously, DeMar DeRozan and Malik Monk aren't long term. Devin Carter could be interesting. I know he had a 22-point quarter. Was it a quarter? I think it was a quarter. And he's looked better over these last couple. I won't lie and say I've watched Kings games. There was the Spurs Kings, I think today or yesterday now technically. And had it on for about 5 minutes and it was like 60-30 at halftime, something like that. I turned it off. So yeah, you know, I would actually do this trade. It's kind of like we need to we need to just end the Ja Morant era. We saw what the market is. Let's just go get a couple vets for my young guys and then go have a guy who we can take a swing on. I don't mind it in the slightest. Miami Heat. Oh, here we go. Another Ja Morant one. Received Ja Morant and Cam Spencer for Andrew Wiggins and David Mitchell. Again, yes, if I'm the Heat. Like, this is another one where it's like, sure. You don't have to give up any picks. Take a swing on upside. Davion Mitchell would be so fire in Memphis. I think they would just fall in love with him there. Andrew Wiggins, this is assuming he opts in, I think. But yeah, I guess again, this would put the Heat in trying to contend. Ja Morant, Bam, Tyler Hero is a nice enough 3. You put Khalil Ware at the 5. It's quite nice. And then a rebuilding team, they just get off Ja Morant and Cam Spencer. I think Cam Spencer's quite good, so I guess he's just throwing. And then you could flip like an Andrew Wiggins. You flip him to like a Lakers or another team and get more assets. So yeah, I actually don't mind that trader. I think that's not too bad. Milwaukee Bucks. Franz Wagner. But Kyle Kuzma, Bobby Portis, and a 2026 first round top 3 protected. 10th overall. Okay, so 2026 first rounder. From the Magic, no. From the Bucks, yeah. Like, only thing I'm kind of upset about is this pick, but if I can get Franz Wagner, do I like that? Franz Wagner and Giannis. I'm assuming they do this. Giannis is staying. I just don't think the Magic would do this. Why would I do it for Kyle Kuzma, who I think is about maybe a year or 3 years away from being out of the league? Bobby Portis, who's good offensively, defensively gives you nothing. So maybe you could convince yourself that he kind of helps you with this kind of weird stagnant offense. And then you get a 10th overall pick, which could be interesting because you did give up 4 first round picks for Desmond Bane. So you could bring in a young guy like they could take a swing on like a Braylon Mullins at 10. They could get a Braden Burries, So it's not horrendous. I just don't think. I think if you're the Magic, you're not going to sell that low on Franz Wagner, because this is quite low in my opinion. Because you don't view any of these guys as long term. Next one, Timberwolves. Ja Morant and Zach Edey for Rudy Gobert, Dante DiVincenzo, and a 2026 first rounder. I think aesthetically and as a thought, Ja Morant and Anthony Edwards backcourt would be nice. The fact that they can get Zach Edey in this is kind of insane. What's that? Ja Morant, Ant, McDaniels, Randall, Zach Edey. That's pretty insane. That's a pretty insane starting five. Grizzlies, there's nothing to talk about. You just do it to get off Jar. You get a first round pick for this one at least, which is you get also like one of the best defenders in the league this season. One of the best 3-and-D guards in the league this season. I think if this trade ever went down and they managed to get Zach Edey in with it, it's highway robbery in my opinion. Because when he plays, he's really, really good. And they basically just like slot these two out for each other. And that backcourt's exciting. I just don't think the Grizzlies would even entertain the thought of giving up Edey. Pelicans. OG Anunoby for Zion Williamson. Make it Mikal Bridges for Zion Williamson, and I like it a little more. What are they saying? Has a net rating of -11 and Derek Queen Williamson. That's because they both can't defend. They couldn't defend me if I was in the paint. Anunoby and Herb Jones would be a good little duo, but this to me is kind of a nothing trade. I like the thought of Zion in New York. Gives him kind of more intensity and toughness. I think OG Anunoby's just too good though for me to even entertain the thought. You might have to give me a first rounder, which is crazy because Zion's having his best season in a long time. I show him a bit of love. We're really working hard, so. But I'm not sure if I really like this trade as much. New York Knicks. Here we go. This is a 3-teamer. Okay. Here we go. New York Knicks receive Giannis. The Bucks receive Zion Williamson, Herb Jones, 2026 first, 2030 first. So you're getting 2 picks. And then New Orleans receives Karl-Anthony Towns. Let's just do it team by team. New York, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Like, Cat, who I think I saw someone say this. He shows you that he's an amazing player for about 2 minutes of the game, and then they kind of rest. I think he's a bit overhated, but also when you watch him play, it's like what is he doing? You know, I don't really like how he when he's going to the basket. If I'm the Bucks and I can get Zion, Herb Jones, and 2 first-round picks, I'm flipping Herb Jones within a heartbeat for another 2 first-round picks, and I'll keep Zion on the team. And I'm the Pelicans. Does a Karl-Anthony Towns, Derek Queen front court move me defensively? Not at all. Does it move me offensively? Like a lot. So I could see it again. I don't know. I just don't think this would happen. Kind of works in theory for all teams. Maybe not so much the Pelicans, but I don't mind it. Oklahoma City Thunder receive Isaiah Stewart for Alex Caruso. I don't think the Pistons. I don't think the Pistons give him up, and I think they do need to get rid of guards. The Thunder need to get rid of some guards. I don't think this is the trade to do it. Just trade him to the Lakers for Dalton Connect. Joke. I don't really like this trade as well. Orlando Magic, LaMelo Ball for Jalen Suggs and Wendell Carter. I don't know if the Hornets. I made a TikTok saying, with how good Concaniple's been playing, does that make the front office and the people in the organization be like, okay, we can live without a LaMelo Ball? Because LaMelo Ball was the only good thing going for the Hornets for the last, he's drafted in 2020, so the last 5 years. This trade, I like it. I really like Jalen Suggs, actually, when he's healthy. I think he'd fit really well next to Concanipple. Just defend and set up the floor and space the floor a little bit. Wendell Carter, sure. I just don't think this would happen. You know what I mean? I like it for the Magic because you get LaMelo, who's the biggest jolt of offense probably in the entire league. Philadelphia 76ers. Yeah. I said it in my Rollins video, but I don't want to talk about Giannis this early because I know the entire offseason, that's all we're going to talk about. So this would be like a last-ditch effort Last, let's go out with a hoorah. Giannis, VJ Edgecombe, Paul George, 2026 first, 2030 first, 2032 first, and then 4 seconds. The 3 first 4 seconds, Paul George or VJ Edgecombe. If I'm the Bucks, hell yes, send this in. If I know I'm gonna get off Giannis, pause. If I know I'm gonna move off Giannis, I like this. You get a bunch of first round picks. You get an extra first round pick here, who's shown to be one of the best rookies this season, and it's very, very exciting. You have to take on Paul George, who was really looking good before the doping ban, and a maxi Giannis Embiid moves me, I guess. It's exciting. I just think a lot of it relies on health, and I don't really know if I trust one more season of Embiid. I fell for it again this season. I said the 76ers could really make some noise. Like, they looked really dangerous at one point. They just straight back down. So, I don't know. Good for the Bucks. I don't think I like it for... I just don't think I like it in general for both teams. Phoenix Suns. Guess this is all Ja Morant and Giannis. Phoenix Suns received Ja Morant, Gigi Jackson, and Cam Spencer, Jalen Green, and Kamal Maliwak. It's kind of eh. From the Grizzlies, and I get Kamal Maliwak. That's pretty exciting. I don't really care about Jalen Green because I'm trying to tank. From the Suns, I can move Devin Booker back to the 2. She hasn't really been playing for a while now. I can get Gigi Jackson in this too, which is at least exciting. And I think Jordan Knott would really like a guy like Gigi Jackson. I think this is kind of just like a meh trade. Like, I think the Phoenix Suns would do this in a heartbeat. I don't think the Grizzlies really would want Jalen Green and taking on a lot of years of his contract. I don't know. This is a weird one. I think I could be convinced, if this ever happened, that this would kind of be Devin Booker and Ja Morant in the backcourt would be kind of interesting. I just don't think I want to give up Kamal Maliwak. He's actually been playing minutes this season now, sorry. And he's looked pretty good. So, I don't know. Just, that's a bit of a weird trade. Giannis trade. Wow. Okay, one more Giannis. Better be the last one, Bleacher Report, alright? Alright, who wrote this? Better be the last one. Trailblazers receive Giannis, Screw Henderson, Shaden Sharp, Jeremy Grant, Hanson Yang, a 2026 first round. I would do this if they put in one of my future first round picks back. Take him. He's yours. I think the Bucks could convince themselves on the upside of these two. Young Hanson hasn't played any meaningful minutes whatsoever and has not looked good, so I don't know if I really want to take a flyer on him. 11th overall would be cool. You have the 10th and the 11th overall pick. That could be like Nate Amen and Jaden Quaintance, and then you've kind of got really exciting something there. But every Giannis trade, I'm just gonna say no to, because even though he's my goat, and he's annoying me right now. Sacramento Kings, no, just no. I don't even want to read it out because it's disgusting. Ron Holland, Isaiah Stewart, Karis LeVert, and a 2026 first rounder for Domantas Sabonis. No. I like how they try to slip in the F here. Sabonis, Jalen Duren, front court, kind of grosses me out. Again, any trade with these two in it, automatically, I think if I'm Detroit, I'm going to say no, because I'd be more inclined to... Actually, no. I just think I would flat out say no. I think they're just too important to the team, to the culture. And I think that's important. I think Sabonis fits that kind of hard-nosed, I haven't watched Sabonis in so long. I haven't watched Sabonis in ages now that I'm thinking about it. I think it's been a good year since I watched the Sabonis game. Good rebounder. Spread the floor a little bit. Good handoff guy. Could help offensively with Cade. I just don't think I do. I don't. No. Just ill. No. Whoa. San Antonio Spurs received Donovan Mitchell. Cleveland received Dylan Harper, Devin Vassell, 2027 first rounder, and a 2029 unprotected. Is it crazy to say that I think I like the thought of Dylan Harper more and what his development could look like than Donovan Mitchell? That's De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Donovan Mitchell, Carter Bryant, Wemby? Oh no, what am I on about? It'd be De'Aaron Fox, Mitchell, Castle, Bryant, Wemby. If I'm the Cavs, I say yes. Because I'm getting 2 first-round picks. And, like, if he doesn't want to resign an extension and I can end up with Dylan Harper, absolutely do it all 100 times out of 100 times. I don't know if I like the fit of a Donovan Mitchell on this team. I guess it does make sense. You get an absolutely electric scorer. I don't think this trade's as bad as it seemed at first. Now that I think about it more, I don't know. It's kind of thrown me off. I kind of like it though. You know, I like it. We're gonna leave it. I like it. Toronto Raptors received Kawhi Leonard for Brandon Ingram, Colin Murray Boyles, Jacoby Walter, and a 2026 first round. A Kawhi Leonard, Scotty Barnes front like wing duo would be literally disgusting. I don't care how well Kawhi has been playing. I'm not giving up Colin Murray Boyles. This guy's insane. I think I said it probably 5 months ago now. I think he's the best rookie in this draft defensively. He impacts that. He's one of those guys who you have to watch a game of him and he impacts like every single defensive possession. 1, I think Kawhi Leonard just says flat out no. 2, I think you can get better packages for this than this. Picks wise, because I think if you're trading, are the Clippers the organization to tank with Steve Ballmer with a new arena? No. So I guess this is not a bad trade. I don't think the Clippers. I don't know. I don't think Raptors want to give up on Colin Murray Boyles. I think that's the only thing that's probably stopping me. I don't know. This is a confusing situation because there's a lot of ifs here. But the thought of a Kawhi Scotty Barnes duo that would excite me if I'm the Raptors. Utah Jazz. Okay. I mean, we're just doing stuff now. I mean, Jaylen Brown. Okay. Go for Jaylen Brown. For Larry Markkinen, Ace Bailey, Kyle Filipowski, and a 2027 top 4 Lakers pick. No. I'm just going to say no. Ace Bailey's looked amazing. Filipowski looks really good, especially, I know everyone looks good in March in the NBA, but he's looked really good. I think I'd rather just keep that pick. It's probably going to be like late 20s. I could probably get something better for it. No, I'm not even going to say no. I just don't like it. I really don't like it. I don't think Celtics would ever trade him. Okay. Last one. Washington Wizards receive Herb Jones for Bilal Coulibaly, Cam Whitmore. From the Wizards, yes. If I'm the Pelicans, take a swing on 2 young guys. This might be actually kind of like, I feel like the most fair trade. I just think the Wizards would have to give up a pick here. I don't think the value of these two is enough, because I think the Pelicans could go to like a Lakers and say, I'll have a pick and a swap for Herb Jones, and they might say yes. You know, so I think Herb Jones would be amazing next to Trae Young and Anthony Davis. Like, what's that? Let's say they get AJ DeBanza. That's, you know, Trae Young, Herb Jones, AJ DeBanza, Alex Anthony Davis. That's disgusting defensively, first of all. And yeah, there was some good trades in there. I actually kind of like some of them. I like trades where they kind of have to. I don't like. That's why I was kind of complaining about the Giannis ones, because I don't like trades where we're just talking about the same guys, the same packages. Boring. I'm sick of it. That's what we did at the deadline. I like the ones where it's like Donovan Mitchell to the Spurs. That's like a different one. That's like, okay, I have to actually kind of imagine a world where if that happened, what that team would look like. Those are the ones I like. These are the ones I like too, where they're like, okay, you can see a world where both teams do this. I felt like a lot of them were just kind of like, this team would love this. This team, I don't see could do this. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.